So, the second black bourgeoisie in South Africa, you know who? You know who, my boy? You know who? I'm talking about the Rainbow Group. Rainbow, I'm not talking about Black Motion. No, the Rainbow, I'm talking about the Rainbow Nation Group. The is it the Homo sapiens or the homosexual people? Yeah, those ones. So, the black bourgeoisie in South Africa under the Rainbow Group. Do you know who that is? Drum roll, motherfucker. Drum roll. Some gaga. Some gaga. Some gaga. Some gaga. That's one of the black bourgeoisie in the Rainbow Group, especially in South Africa. So remember, black bourgeoisie, like I said, it's somebody who's guilty by association. Guilty by association. You don't have to do anything extreme, but because you are associated with certain people, certain groups, you are already guilty. So the black bourgeoisie, remember when the is it I can't say sexual harassment because those people were married or something. Okay. Remember the allegation of Mohale and Somizi, stuff like that, saying he loved group sex, he loved this thing and all those shit. Okay. What happened is after those sagas, radios dropped some gaga, right? All right. They dropped him. We're like, nah, nigga, we don't want to be affiliated with you whatsoever, stuff like that. Somehow, even the idols did the same. Yeah, idols, SA idols, all those wooden mic bullshit, they dropped him off, right? I don't know what happened to the case, but some months later, he came back to the idols. Let me tell you why he came back to the idol. First of all, they want to make it look like you cannot fire a gay person for the things that were happening in his room privately. They made it look that way. You cannot fire a gay person, more especially if they are black. It was going to be something else because right now I just discovered that, hey man, that other white judge, he's also a faggot. I don't want to mention his name because they're going to come for me. That other white judge, he's also a faggot. He's gay. And if they fire some gaga, they're going to have to let this other one go. But hey, wait, is he white or is he Indian? Whatever the race is. But he looks kind of white. So if you're going to fire this other one because of the shenanigans that happened outside the premises, somehow maybe we can find a loophole on this other one. Find a reason to fire him as well. So some gaga was so smart to a point where he was like, nah nigga, if you fire me, you might as well fire this other brew, you know. But and then I got to realize that no, that's the whole agenda of what? Of the idols. Ask yourself, nevertheless, ask yourself why Unathi was no longer a part of the idol panel. Ask yourself, and then eventually they started bringing homosexual people to become judges. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, homosexual people. Let me just leave it at that. I don't want to drop no names. Even so, basically, idols somehow it's partly owned by homosexual people. That's what's been happening. And when you start to become real and raw, they be like, nigga, how could you? You should never forget who feeds you. you should never bite the hands that feed you. You should never ever forget who gave you opportunities and stuff like that. When Unathi was let go from the idol, I don't know if they fired her or she just decided, you know what, and easy. When that happened, and when eventually Unathi had a fall off with her boyfriend, guess who sided with the ex-boyfriend? Somgaga. Somgaga was siding along with the boyfriend. And my thing is, let me just ask this now, a simple question. If I'm your friend and I have a girlfriend, somehow we break up. As my friend, why would you side with my ex-girlfriend? Doesn't make sense, right? Or maybe they were having an affair. We don't know. Because I heard that Somgaga, he likes talking about people. He likes gossiping about people, and then later on, he be coming back, apologizing, and because he's part of the rainbow group, we must forgive, right? We should just forgive and forget. But it doesn't work that way. Like I said, even that white guy, like I said, he's a faggot, right? The reason I say he's a faggot is because even the late Mapa Vusi said it. He said that guy, when he was at YFM, they used to call him Maba. They said, asazi noma uphuti noma umama. So bambiza umama. Umama or ubaba asazi. That's what he said to Mapa Vusi. That's not my words. That's the late Mapa Vusi's words. But now it makes perfect sense. And then here's the thing, right? After Somgaga came back to the idols, stuff like that, on TV now we tend to see all these homosexual people being given reality shows, being given gigs. So if you are a straight man, chances are high you're not gonna get employed because they're looking for faggots. It's crazy, right? Everybody, I don't wanna mention no names, but they know who they are. They know who they are, man. It's fucking bizarre. It's crazy. So these people in the music industry, Black Coffee is pushing a propaganda that no, Africa, it's a country that export sound. Okay, maybe we do, but he doesn't help us. Anybody who exported a sound to a certain continent, they did that by themselves. Black Coffee never gave anybody a handout because he's guilty by association. Sometimes he doesn't want to affiliate himself with certain shenanigans. He's like, and he's because he doesn't want to get his hands dirty, or maybe his hand dirty, but yeah, something like that. And then with Somgaga, it's a propaganda of, you know what, let's give these rainbow people a chance to become presenters, actors, and all those stuff. Some are news anchors on ENCA and stuff like that. So we got faggots telling us how to live our lives. I don't want to mention no names, but they know who they are. Let me go into the film.
Trejo Tebugo from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, LungTrey STUDIO, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my Samsung